Salutare și bine v-am găsit la episodul cu numărul 2 de Gothic 2 Gold Classic. Astăzi, după cum bine știți, în episodul anterior am vorbit cu Lares, am intrat în Khorinis și astăzi o să dăm cu task-uri în oraș la greu. Vorbim și cu Lothar aici.
I have an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
The Honorable Lord Hagen is not receiving anyone. Lord Andre,
O să vedeți că nu mai
the
are
city guard, is responsible for all issues pertaining to
voice
the
line-ul ăla
common
cu
folk.
Missing Citizens.
Listen, the city is threatened by dragons.
That can't be true. Another lunatic. We have enough unrest in the city as it is. And without some dimwit scaring people with fairy tales about dragons. I immediately locked up the last person who was here telling dragon tales and sent him to the Valley of Mines with the prison transport. So mind your tongue. We can't use anyone here who spreads panic among the people.
Somebody already reported the dragons here?
Yes. The fellow's name was Diego. I think so, in any case. I warned him just like you. But the lunatic just won't stop getting on my nerves.
O armură din asta cum are Lothar.
I have come to get the Eye of Innos.
The sacred Eye of Innos? How do you know about that? You're not a member of the
magician
order.
told me.
A magician told me about it.
I don't know what his motives were when he entrusted one of the secrets of our order to you, but he certainly didn't mean for you to get your fingers on it.
But
I don't want to hear any more about it. First you start with fairy tales about dragons. And then this. Incredible.
all right, explain the rules of the city to me.
First, the Honorable Paladin Lord Hagen resides in the upper quarter.
Bă, scurios cu Elvrit, să văd dacă mai
That is
este.
why
Nu m-am
access to
uitat.
the upper quarter is allowed
Sincer, am
only
trecut
to
pe acolo pe lângă
honorable
în episodul
citizens.
anterior și nu m-am uitat.
Second, the town hall in the upper quarter is now the command post of the Paladins. Only the Paladins themselves and members of the militia have access to it. And third, whoever is accused of a crime must exonerate himself with the commander of the militia. Any questions?
Got my own opinion about that.
How do I become a citizen of the town?
Only those with regular jobs will be considered citizens of the town. But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're a citizen of the town. As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more. Only as a member of the militia will you have access to the town hall.
Where can I find work?
You'll have to apply as an apprentice to one of the masters here in the lower part of the city. As soon as a master accepts you, you are a citizen of the town. However, the other masters must agree to it. That's the custom here in Khorinis. If you were thinking about looking for work in the harbor district, forget it. The scum of the city live there. Don't even go there. You would regret it.
You really didn't deserve that.
How do I get to the upper quarter?
Say, are you listening to me at all? You're not a citizen of this town. You can save yourself the trip. The guards won't let you in. The entire area behind the inner gate is off limits to you.
Can't go on like this for.
How do I get accepted into the militia?
By express command of Lord Hagen, only citizens of the town will be admitted into the militia.
I see.
If you want to know more, speak to Lord Andre in the barracks.
La militia ne băgăm, clar.
What do I have to do to get armor like yours?
What? You aren't even a member of the militia. You're not even a citizen. How can you even think of being allowed to wear the armor of a paladin? Only a few militia soldiers, those who have performed extraordinary deeds, have been granted that honor so far. If you want to be a paladin, you have a long road ahead of you.
Got my own opinion about that.
Este adevărat.
Where can I find the commander of the city guard?
Lord Andre can be found in the barracks at the other end of the city.
Where can I spend the night here?
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the hotel directly across from the barracks. The paladins pay for the lodging of all travelers who come to the city. The traveling traders from the marketplace are also lodged there.
I've got to go.
Like you said.
If I hear one more time that you are telling people here about dragons, you will be in big trouble. Do I make myself clear?
I'd have gone about it differently.
Nu. Nu prea.
I can't believe that. Hello, stranger. You must be hungry and thirsty. Perhaps I can interest you in my wares.
I was actually on my way to see the Paladins.
There's little chance of that. Since the Paladins made themselves at home in the upper end of town, hardly anyone gets in there anymore.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
Me? No, I don't have much say here myself. There are a few people in the lower city who have enough influence to get you past the guards. Mateo, my boss, is one of them. Maybe you should talk to him.
Where can I find Mateo?
You're standing right outside his shop. Just go on in. He's practically always there.
Da, și
What about the
Mateo
other
e
influential
Gomez.
citizens?
The merchants and master craftsmen here on the main street are the most important figures in the city. You should try to get accepted by one of them as an apprentice like me. Since I started working for Mateo, the people in the city treat me with respect.
I need some money, and I'm looking for work.
I've heard that Bosper has trouble with his suppliers. His shop is right over there. They say he pays pretty well.
What do you have to offer?
At the moment, I don't have much choice. The damned landowner doesn't deliver anymore. And what we get from the small farms isn't enough to meet the demands of the city.
Tell me more about the peasants' revolt.
It's quite simple. Onar, the fat landowner, won't pay any more taxes to the city. Imagine, we're at war with the orcs, and that fat slob wants everything for himself. Normally, the city guard would take firm measures in such cases, but now comes the best part. They say Onar has hired mercenaries to keep the troops from the city off his back. Mercenaries! The whole thing will end in a damn war, as if one war weren't enough.
What do you know about Onar's mercenaries?
I heard that most of them are former convicts from the mining colony, and their leader's supposed to have been a big shot with the king, a general or something, whom they put away as a traitor. These are terrible times.
Show me your wares.
He never would have thought of that himself.
I've heard a thing or two. That was quite obvious.
Nu e nimic interesant. Mi-a zis Mihai că la premieră că am uitat banii mai sus. Atâta inteligență am și eu. Din păcate. Sări, mă. Opa. Da. 100, adică. Nu, chiar nu era mult deloc, sigur. Bă, speed-ul ăsta e Dumnezeu. Sincer, grăbește jocul de doar mai repede.
Where did you pick that up then?
Da, și stilul
wait.
învățat din Returning, mergem prima dată prin
What do you
port.
want?
I've seen your
Nu mai
face
facem
before
direct de la
somewhere,
Masters, chiar dacă putem.
Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
No.
No, you've got to be mistaken. Everything's fine with me.
Whatever you say, stranger. But if that happens to be your mug after all, and if you have some problems, keep them outside of this town. Things are difficult enough here as it is. And strangers who bring trouble into the city don't stay here long. I hope I make myself clear.
Yes, sir. Mamă. Stați așa că nu mai știu să joc clasicul. Am și uitat cum e pe aici. Cred că mă duc. Avem 20 de LP-uri. Avem niște one-handed. Până la 30 măcar. Asta nu avem animația asta de prăpădiți. Că nu face nimic cu ea. La Mr. Wolfgar.
How's your duty?
These boys swing their swords like farmers, but when I'm done with them, every single one of them will be a tough, hard bastard.
I want to join the militia.
So, Are you a citizen of the town?
No.
Then Lord Andre won't take you. Sure, you can talk to him, but I don't think he'll make an exception for you.
What's it like with the militia?
Lord Andre is our commander now. The militia used to report to the governor. He had no idea what we do here. But Lord Andre knows what he's doing. He takes good care of the men. Everyone who starts here gets some decent armor and a good weapon. And there are bonuses if you've done a good job. He pays a bounty for every criminal captured.
Nice.
Can you also train me in sword fighting?
Lord Andre has ordered that we train everyone who is in a position to defend the city. But that's only true for combat training. All other kinds of training are reserved for the militia. Can you at least halfway handle a weapon?
I think so.
All right. You can start when you're ready.
I'm ready.
What are the advantages of one- or two-handed weapons?
Quite simple. With a one-handed weapon, you're faster. That can be a considerable advantage in battle. Two-handed weapons are more ponderous. You have to fight with foresight, but you can do a lot more damage when you're hit.
Where should I start, with one-handed or two-handed weapons?
That's entirely up to you. If you specialize in only one type of weapon, you automatically learn the other at the same time. If, for instance, you're good at fighting with one-handed swords, but still a beginner with two-handed weapons, your two-handed skills will go up as well whenever you train with a one-hander. In that case, the training is more exhausting than if you train with both types of weapons. Just start and you'll soon see what I'm talking about.
Perfect. Dăm un save.
Let's begin with the training.
Și așa am avut bulan la criticale până acum. Mamă, am băgat two-handed. Mamă. Pe ce faci, mă, tată? Paladinul pe one-handed. Two-handed mai târziu.
Let's begin with the training.
Ia, 5 20 30. Deja ne-a câte 10. Nu mersi. E, altceva. Abuin, hai cam bani.
Welcome, my friend. Take a seat on my humble rocks. Take your time to enjoy a pipe.
Who are you? Cea mai mare greșeală.
Who are you?
My name is Abu Jin ibn Jadir ibn Omar Khalid bin Haji al-Sharidi. I am a seer and a prophet, an astrologer and a purveyor of tobacco.
What kind of tobacco do you offer?
My pipes are filled with spicy, refreshing apple tobacco. Help yourself whenever you want, son of adventure.
Do you have other tobacco as well?
I offer only the very best tobacco. This apple blend is a symphony.
Ar trebui să meargă mult mai repede jocul fără Jarkendar.
But of course, I'm always open to
Deci nu-i
trying
Jarkendar
a
deloc.
different sort of tobacco. If somebody should succeed
Că nu mai stai la quest cu
a really good tobacco,
Circle of Water,
start with my
să ajuți magicienii cu Stone Sentinels alea. Nu mai faci misiuni pentru pirați, nimic, practic, ce e legat de Jarkendar.
Alchemist's bench, provided you know the essentials of alchemy.
Where can I get apple tobacco?
I shall give you 2 portions. It is up to you, in your wisdom, to do with them whatever you want. If you crave more, then direct your steps toward Zuris, the master of potions. He produces this tobacco, and he sells it too.
Can you make me a prophecy?
My services are yours for a modest fee. Oh, father of generosity.
How much do you want?
For a paltry 25 coins. I shall risk a glance through time for you. But remember, the future is always uncertain. All I can do is glimpse some fragments of time.
Tell me about the future.
All right, seeker of knowledge. I shall now enter a state of trance. Are you ready?
Yes.
Orcs. They are guarding an entry, an old tunnel, The Valley of Mines. Men in shining armor. A magician. Your friend is with them. He is waiting for you. Fire! An attack! A mighty creature. The flames, many shall die. I'm sorry.
Da, și acum mai venea una cu Jarkin, dar numai că nu e.
There's nothing more I can see.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the security measures for the protection of following the
Hai că mergem până în port.
What do you want?
I wanted to have a look around here.
Then where exactly are you headed?
What interesting things are there to see here?
There's a cat house here and a tavern. The landlord's name is Khorinis. If it's information you want, he'll be the right person to talk to. Do you, need money, by the way?
Are you giving it away?
No, but right across the street here is the house of Lamar, the moneylender. I'm sure he'll give you a few gold pieces. Just go ahead.
Do you work for Lamar?
Smart kid.
Actually, I was on my way to the upper quarter.
Yeah, right. And I was about to board a ship and have it take me to the king for an audience. People like you and me haven't been allowed in the upper quarter since the paladins came.
Are you a citizen of this town?
If you mean do I live here, yeah. But still they won't let me into the upper quarter. Only the Toths can get in there, or the merchants and craftsmen from the lower end of town. The people from the harbor district don't carry much weight in Khorinis. There isn't even a regular militia patrol down here.
Has anything exciting happened lately?
Not long ago, the city guards turned the entire harbor district upside down. They were searching for stolen property. There have been plenty of thefts here lately, especially in the better quarters. They're obviously trying to blame the poor suckers at the harbor for everything.
Nu a arătat ceva esențial. Mamă, nu mai ești neps aici. Da.
And so he bade Enos to leave a part of his... Adonis be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adonis, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
I want to make a donation to Adonis.
A donation to the Church of Adonis would alleviate a part of the sins which you may have committed, my son. How much can you give?
Nothing. I haven't got anything to spare right now.
That is not a problem. You can act upon your good intentions later, my son.
Mamă, așa puține dialoguri are ăsta.
Can you teach me something about magic?
Only the chosen of Innos and the chosen of Adonis are permitted to work rune magic. But common mortals can also work magic with the help of spell scrolls. I can show you how you can channel and expand your magic powers.
Can you heal me?
Adonis, bless this body. Free it of its wounds and strengthen it with new life.
Can you heal me?
You do not require healing magic at this time.
I want to increase my magic powers. Tell me about the gods.
What exactly would you like to know?
Tell me about Beliar.
Beliar is the dark god of death, destruction, and all things unnatural. He is in eternal battle with Innos, but Adonis guards the balance between the two. Only a few humans follow the call of Beliar. However, he grants great strength to those who do.
Sardas pe scurt.
Tell me about Adonis.
Adonis is the god of the center. He is the scales of justice and guardian of the balance between Innos and Beliar. He commands the power of change. His gift is the water in all the oceans, rivers, and lakes. His priests are the water mages, just as I am a servant and priest of Adonis.
Tell me about Innos.
Very well. Innos is the first and highest god. He created the sun and the world. He commands light and fire, his gifts to humanity. He is law and justice. His priests are the magicians of fire. The
Focul
paladins
pentru
are his
magicieni, da?
warriors.
Și light-ul pentru paladini. Holy Light. Firestorm, da?
That's not what I heard.
Mamă, ce puține speech-uri are
Hey,
Xardas,
you're new in
auzi.
town, huh?
Vatras.
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, you're gonna have to answer to him. I was once in a brawl with a citizen. He went crying to Lord Andre and ratted me out. That little matter cost me 50 gold pieces. I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it. The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow. And Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
Has anything exciting?
Oh well, all's
gonna change.
Da.
I never knew that.
Nobody wants to know.
Hey,
Nu ne tabă dexteritate. Vorbim cu toți ăștia de aici din port. Că nu strică. Plemar. Ăsta e primul.
how's it going?
How much do you want?
What do you mean, how much?
I'm the money lender and you came to me.
Mamă, nu mai
What could you
opțiunea să iei
want from
bani.
me? Money, of course.
Nu întreba bani, că după aia trebuie să dau dublu înapoi.
You look a little worse for wear. Haven't slept in a long time, have you?
Too long, I should say.
Come on, step closer. With me, you'll find what you're looking for.
You said that you've got what I need. Does that include information?
But of course, what is it you want to know?
Are there any other traders here at the harbor?
If you keep to the left at the quay, you'll find Helvor, my husband. He sells fish. On the other side, there's Brahim, the cartographer.
Do you know anyone from the upper quarter?
If I knew anyone up there, I wouldn't be standing here, my boy.
What interesting things are there to see around the harbor?
Well, if you're looking for some action, you can go down to Cardiff's Inn at the quay. There's always something brewing there. You can hardly miss it. The guy standing by the entrance there will certainly draw your attention to it. Besides that, there's the large ship of the Paladins, the King's stately war galley. That one's really worth seeing. You'll find it if you keep left at the quay and then pass under the high rock face.
Has anything exciting happened lately?
You could say so. It wasn't that long ago. A thief ran by here. He must have stolen a bow in the lower part of the city. Of course, the militia came here way too late, like always. He got away from them, just jumped into the harbor, and he was gone. Now that's typical, isn't it?
Eu zic să-l batem și pe ăsta de aici. Că merită.
Hey, I don't know you. What do you want here? Are you headed for the tavern?
Da, și Scar a devenit bodyguard.
Ah, so this is the harbor watering hole. And there I was, taking it for the governor's palace.
Hey, cut out the bad jokes, runt. Otherwise you'll be chewing the cobblestone.
I see. I'll be forced to tan your hide in order to make any progress.
You're welcome to try, runt. Show me what you got.
Hai.
Yeah. Let him have it. Show him.
Mamă.
Hit him.
Ce dă fraierul.
Not bad.
Fii atent, mă. Mi se blochează tastatura. Ce nervant, bă.
Hey. Let him have it. Give it your all. Yeah. Let him have it. Give it your all. Show him. Not bad.
Altceva.
Nothing there.
Mamă, ce diferită e tavernul ăsta față de Returning. Hai de capul meu.
We'll see about.
How are things?
If you want something to drink, you'll have to order it.
I bet you overhear a lot of things.
So what's that to you?
I've always got an open ear for news.
Have you got your purse open then? Every piece of information I give you will cost 10 gold pieces.
No.
Forget it. I'll get my information elsewhere.
All right. I'll go down to 7.
Nici atât.
No, I don't need your information that bad.
Hey, wait. All right, 5 gold pieces. But that's my final offer.
Why couldn't you say that right away?
Oh, I'm simply out of shape. But whatever. It's a deal.
Give me something to drink.
No.
I need information. Who counts among the influential citizens in this town?
You won't find anyone down here at the harbor. The only powerful man here is Lamar. The moneylender is not very popular, but he has gold, and other influential citizens owe him money. The merchants and craftsmen also have a lot of influence. Too much, if you ask me.
Who's in debt to Lamar?
If you want to know that, you should take a look in his ledger. Only it might be pretty difficult to do that without him noticing. As far as I know, he always carries it with him.
Where can I find work?
You're not likely to find work down here at the harbor. You need to go to the craftsman in the lower part of town for that. But if you wield a decent blade, you could go challenge Ulrich. He fights for gold behind the warehouse.
Who can teach me something here?
There are a few competent people here in the harbor district. Carl the blacksmith is a sturdy fellow. I'll bet he can show you how to get stronger. Ulrich knows a lot about fighting. And Laris is a cunning rogue. He's down here at the harbor sometimes as well. And if you're crazy enough to go see old Ignaz, he knows all about Almich potions.
Where can I find all these people?
Oh, boy, the king will have won his war against the orcs before I've done explaining that to you. Just look around the harbor district and you're bound to find them. And if you don't know your way about, go to Braham and buy yourself a map. He's easy to find. His hut is right next to my tavern. I should have charged double for that one.
Is there any special work to be had around here where I could make some quick money?
Something special, you say?
Zi o dată, mă, Nagur.
Go talk to Nagur, then. Maybe he can help you.
Got anything special for me to do?
I've got something for you, but that should only interest you if you're a man of versatile talents.
What have you got?
Well, Zorus, the potion vendor in the marketplace, currently has a guest, Darren the fire magician.
And?
He had a new chest made specially for him by Thorben the carpenter. They say that this Darren has bought a bunch of valuable stuff with him. But you didn't hear that from me, understand?
Nu. Sigur că nu.
Cardiff says you may have a job for me.
Well.
Mamă, și întors
So
capul
you're
la
looking for a special
90 de
job.
grade instant.
Okay. But we play by my rules, understood?
What does that mean?
That means you do what I say and you get a third of the profits. If you don't like it, then there's no job.
Nu-mi place.
We're business partners, so it's 50-50.
Okay. I thought I'd give it a
Vezi că se
shot.
poate.
Of course, we'll split our profits fairly.
All right, what's your plan?
You know the merchant Baltram, don't you? If not, it's time you talk to him. This Baltram has a messenger who supplies him with goods from Akil's farm. That is, he had a messenger until I cut his throat. And now Baltram has to get a new one, and that will be you. Your job is to get hired by Baltram and fetch the delivery from Akil. You bring it to me, and then I'll sell it on to an interested customer. He'll fork over a tidy little sum for it. And just don't try selling the stuff yourself. Have you got all that?
How much will the profit be?
I can't say exactly, but I estimate around 400 gold pieces.
Where is Akil's farm?
Leave the city by the east gate. That's directly on the marketplace. If you follow the road to the right, you'll soon come to a few steps cut into the rock. Go up there, and you'll come to Akil's farm.
When should I talk to Baltram?
You can go right away. He should know by now that his messenger won't be showing up anymore.
Why haven't I heard about this? That's all just gossip.
Okay.
Where can I find Baltram?
He has his stall in the marketplace.
Well then, I'm all set.
Good. Then get on your way. But if you try to cheat me, you'll soon be every bit as dead as the messenger. Don't forget.
Ok, calmează. Am atras doar. S-a ajuns mă.
All right, you win. What do you want?
You know your way about the harbor, don't you?
Sure thing. Why?
Ești prietenos acum, nu?
What kind of rumors are floating about?
Around here, we don't like people who ask too many questions, especially not if they're strangers.
Why don't I see any militia?
They don't dare come in here. We take care of things ourselves.
How's the shipping traffic?
The only ship that's come here recently is the Paladin's ship. It's over there, behind the rocky ridge to the southwest.
Let's wait and see what happens to cause more trouble. Nobody ever asked her. No, that's nothing. All kinds of rumors. Don't tell me you didn't know.
Anything possible.
Am zis noi că nu folosim speed-ul, dar... Lasă așa.
Hey, you! Where you going? No matter what your plans are, there'll be plenty of time later. You're right in front of the Pearl of Khorinis, the Red Lantern. This is the most beautiful brothel in all of Mirtana, damn it. Sailors from the most remote corners of the world dock here just to spend a few nights in the Red Lantern. And now, it's you who has the chance, nay, the honor of spending a night with Nadja, the most passionate flower of the gods. Come on in, and you're going to experience what others cannot even dream of. What are you standing around for out here? Go on in and meet our passionate Nadja. This hot creature of the night will give your life a new meaning.
Omule, calmează-te, mă.
Talk to Bromar if you want to have some fun.
Hey, you!
Hey, I can take care of you now, baby. Talk to Bromar if you want to have some fun.
I want to have some fun.
That's why you came here for, after all. I am Bromar, this is my house, and these are my girls. I like my girls. And if you like my girls too, then you'll pay for it, 50 gold pieces. And don't get the idea of making...
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Băi, nu mai pot să aud accentul ăsta, bă, frate.
Been there, done that.
He can't keep anything to himself. That's not what I heard.
Everybody knows by his
Nobody wants to know.
Hey, what's up?
Man, I'm busy. Leave me alone.
Hey, you!
I'm busy. You don't
Ocupați, da.
And that's the truth.
If I tell this to anyone,
I used to say that myself.
now that's typical, isn't it?
I've got no time.
Am nici balustradă, nici nimic. Așa mai.
Hey, you!
Hey, do you need fish? Get your fish here, fresh from the depths of the sea.
I'm no better off myself.
Show me your fish.
Do you really think?
Mamă, nici misiune, nici de dispărut, să nu mai zice. Cutiile plutesc în aer mai nou.
Is it really true? Why haven't I heard about this before? Where did you pick that up then?
You better shut up.
These are bad times. If Sandy talks too much, someone's got to.
What are you cooking there?
Oh, fish soup. It's not all that tasty, but at least it's hot. You can try a plateful, if you like.
What can you tell me about the city?
Most citizens in this town are afraid of thieves. Therefore, it's not a good idea to enter strange houses. But if you're looking for a place to stay overnight, you're welcome to sleep in my hut. There's an extra bed that you can have.
Aren't you afraid of thieves?
The only valuable thing that I ever owned has already been taken. Oh, someone stole my statue of Enos.
Dacă mereu un porc și îl batem pe ăla. Le-ai mars deptul. Ia să vedem. Mamă, 120, mă dă ăsta pe felie.
Hey, you got no business here, understand?
Who are you?
That's none of your business. I'm the boss here, okay?
The boss of what? Of those chests?
Hey, the storeroom was under my supervision, got it? So piss off, or else I'll bash in your skull.
O, băiatule, eu cred că vrei bătaie.
Just you.
Hai că m-au prins numai de una de 5. Mamă, ce nașpa, că nu... Îmi dai strafe să învârte în jurul lui. Mamă, cum ai dat-o pe asta? Mamă, ești drogat, Nameless? Aici nu poți să spamezi. Ca și invitărul. Ba da. Uite în camera.
Never pick a fight with me again.
Mamă, ce față face Nameless. Deci nu poți bara ca și...
Hey, you still here? Now I'll show you.
Bă, ești drogat? Hai, frate, aici un pic. Ia stai tu aici, ha? Bă. Bagă eu un pește. Bă, coarcă cât îi dau la fraier? 5, adică nimic. Nu, mai dăm un laud.
Hey, now.
Mamă, dar de ce faci așa Nameless? Fii atent cum o dă din aer, fraierul. Hai. Mamă, dar nu mai fă așa Nameless. Frate, tu nu-ți alegi cum să dai? Enervant, bă. Uite cum o... Bă, stai așa. Hai mă, că n-am chef de tine. Bă, de ce așa ar trebui să dea? Uite, ia. Ce mă cu atacul ăsta, frate? De ce îl face așa? Hai de cap, bă, nu.
Hey,
Bă, nu pot bloca pe ăsta după lăz undeva. Mamă, dacă dă, frate. Aici sunt tot episodul. Uită-te, mă, cum dă, frate. Dar mai da, mă, din voleu, frate.
Hey, you still now.
Soluții.
Hey, now.
Ai de... Bă, deci... Devine, nu, că devine și... Clasicul enervant rău de tot. Uită-te cum dă, frate. De ce dă așa din voleu? Eu nu-l înțeleg.
Hey, you still now.
Trebuie să-i dau din tastatură? Mamă, cum dă din tastatură. Ferească-mă, Hristos.
Hey, you still now.
Ești puțin. Ma. Ia stai acolo că stai bine. Uită-te, bă, frate, ce-i cu atacurile astea? L-aș putea bate dacă n-ar face nameless pe șmecherul, să dea cu voleu. Ah. Atacuri din voleu. Dai, tati, continuă cu ele. Poate îl batem și noi la Paști. Ah, mai dai atacuri din voleu, bravo. Bravo, nameless. Și nu merge nici să barezi. Îți dă ăsta fraierul. Na, pe aia acum o dată, că am barat. Vai de capul meu.
Hey, you still here? Now.
Bă, ce pui mei, faci spagatul în aer cu sabia? Fii atent că te-am băgat la somn, fraiere. Ai. Ce ai făcut, mă? Ia, bagă ceva de mană. Healing herb, nu. Mana bonus, bagă. Aha. Așa dau și lumea. Ma, fii atent când dau load. Deci ăsta e blestem, să-mi bat picioarele. Deci ăsta... Mamă, frate, nu că îi dau delete, Bă, frate, ți-ai... Nu. Că n-are rost. Bagă niște din astea de viață. Dă-i mă, save. Save. Bată-te, Dumnezeu. Așa eu deștept. La level 2 mă bat cu retardul ăsta. Yeah.
Nothing there.
Sper să o întâlnești pe măta. Acolo unde mergi.
Really? How interesting.
That was obvious all along.
And he works all day too.
Bă, și unde găsesc floarea statuia acum? Că eu nu mai țin minte. Deloc.
That's not what I heard.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
And he works all day too.
You don't say.
Honestly,
I wouldn't have done that. You really believe that? You just have to listen.
Am următorul direct strength. Nu mai. Ține figura. Deci aici în loc de Khorinis șobolani. E bun. Mamă, și aici șopârle. Da. Nu mersi acum. Revenim mai târziu. Păi și acum era o șmecherie. Hai că da. Mai o dată.
Alarm!
Fii atent, bă, deci zici că m-am monitorizat pe cameră, bă, frate, să vadă că nu urc eu pe funie. Mă, mergi. Mergi, mă. Ia.
Alarm!
Mamă, ce... Păi de când e așa enervant jocul ăsta? Eu nu ți minte să fie așa enervant. Bă, nici raiterni la buș, nu, bă, nu face așa. Bă, zic că merge asta. Opa. Hai că mere dacă e. Păi sper că nu mai e la vorbe de acolo. Perfect. Sper că n-ai tu treabă cu mine. Nu merge la furat. Bă, dar pe ăsta tăți sunteți, să-mi bat picioarele.
I need the key for that.
Mamă, ce ton ai, Nameless.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
I need the key for that.
I need the key for that.
Mamă, ce v-ați făcut aici adunare, bă. Deci eu trebuie să intru pe aici. Hai, Doamne ajută să nu e niciuna vorbă. Perfect, tati. Scroll, ia uite. Ce-am luat? Sleep, Summon Wolf, Small Lightning. Perfect. Ne facem aprovizionări. Că nu strigă. Sper că îți poțiunea permanente pe aici. Ia uite. Încă una. Opa, ring. Vedem de ce. Mulerat fet, să fie pe gratis. Arrow protection, bunui. Decât nimic. Ma, stai tu cu minte că nu. Și m-au blocat ăștia, nu? Nu. Ia leather seci. Perfect. Urcăm aici sus. Opa, nu. Mamă, nu zic că mor de aici. Perfect. Vezi, mă, tati, așa se face. Mamă, ce aici? Lamp of Ore. Adică extrem de scumpă. Da, 200. Am unde e Martin, mă? Chiar, mă, fără return mai există Martin. Și practic trebuie să fac munca grea, să devin citizen. Instant.
What are you doing here? My name is Brahim. I draw maps and sell them. Since you're new here, maybe you could use a map of the city? It's quite affordable and very useful until you know your way around.
Da, deja știu calea, nu mi-e treabă. Hai de înceară de Jack.
Ahoy, you landlubber. Looks like you're stranded here. You look a bit pale around the gills. Never mind, my lad. All you need is a good stiff sea breeze.
What are you doing here?
Back when I was a young man, I went to sea and rode through many a big storm. No big deal, not at all. But that old tower came closest to what I call a home. I haven't been up there in ages.
Why not?
Ever since these scallywags took over my lighthouse, I haven't dared get closer to it than 20 feet. Really bad rabble, that. They're criminals from the Valley of Mind, you know. There was this big bang on the other side of the mountains, and they swarmed all over the land like flies. Now they're hiding out everywhere, even in my lighthouse. I think they're on the lookout for any ship they can raid. Ah, let them. Then at least they'd be out of my tower.
Do you come to town often?
I always say a town is only as good as its harbor. A harbor is the gate to the world. That's where everyone meets and where everything starts. Once the harbor goes to the dogs, the rest of the city will follow soon.
Tell me about the harbor.
The harbor of Khorinis isn't what it used to be. There's nothing but riffraff hanging about. The ships don't come anymore, and trade is dead. This harbor's about to go under.
So why don't you leave?
Nobody would take an old sea dog like me on his ship these days. Most people think that old Jack's got the gout in his rotten old bones.
And
ar fi interesant un mod așa.
Balderdash.
History of
Once I've
Khorinis
got
ăla.
those planks beneath me feet
De
again,
când era
I'll
populat aici
feel like a
portul.
young
Să vină nave
whippersnapper.
și din astea.
What do you mean by riffraff?
Arbolos.
Look at them, the lazy rabble.
Chronicles of
Most of
Mircana.
them don't even know what work is. All they do is drink all day and spend their last pay at the brothel. I tell you, stay away from them.
Why are the ships no longer coming?
They all say that once the war is over, everything will be like it used to be. That's a load of bilge water. I tell you, a sailor can see when a town's going downhill. A sailor feels that in his blood. And I can tell you, forget about this harbor. Its heyday's over.
All right. Am adevărat.
Hey!
Ar mânca un mage așa,
Hey,
dar
what's up?
nu,
Yeah,
ne
as
băgăm pe
long as the
paladin.
paladins don't have any new assignments for me, I can have myself a couple of beers here. What more could you ask?
You're working for the paladins?
Well, yeah, I report to them on the situation in the city. At the moment, everything is quiet.
How are things with the orcs?
No reason to worry. We in the city guard and the paladins have everything under control. Go home and let us do our work. We're watching over the town and its citizens. Oh.
Would you like another beer?
There's nothing better than a cool ale.
You were about to say something about the orcs.
Oh, yeah, right. The orcs are absolutely no threat to the city. They're stuck in the Valley of Mines, and the pass is held by the paladins. Not even a meat bug could get through there.
Would you like another beer?
Well, I won't say no to a decent pint.
They've even spotted an orc outside of town.
Yeah, right. The dangerous orc outside the city. A real monster of an orc. Well, he's bound to attack the city soon. Listen, we'll kick that fat orc in his fat ass if he comes too close to the city. Got it?
I see.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit security measures for the protection of the gate.
Ah, customer, what can I do for you?
Să taci din gură, e. Thank you. Bă, alo. Așa. Da, nimic interesant.
He doesn't see that.
I haven't seen it with my own eyes.
Who says things like that? Who says things like that?
Cu Alvin mai trebuie, mamă, câtă viață are ăsta. 40, Doamne ajută.
Boy, that lunatic's hammering is wearing me down.
Who are you talking about?
Can't you hear that hammering? Who do you think hammers all day long in the harbor district? I mean that lunatic felon. He takes the hammer to his hut every day.
I could take care of Felon.
You want to help me? What's in it for you?
You tell me.
Oh, that's how it is. All right, if you can get him to stop hammering, I'll pay you 25 gold pieces. But I'll tell you one thing right now. You can't talk to the guy. He's nuts. The only thing that will help is a few decent punches.
If I beat him up, I'll just get into trouble with the militia.
Down here at the harbor, no one pays much attention to brawls. But if you steal around here or mess with the sheep, you'll be in trouble.
I'll see what I can do.
You can think about it. Remember, I'll pay you 25 gold coins.
Are those your sheep?
The only one that belongs to me is the one that answers to the name of Lucy. That's my wife, Lucy. The sheep belong to the militia. All the sheep they collect from the farmers, they bring to me.
And how are the sheep?
Felon's hammering is going to drive them crazy. One of these days, they'll go completely to pieces.
Da, păi spre binele oilor tale, o să-l omorâm pe Felon. Right now.
Hey, you! Why are you hammering?
For days now, I've been desperately trying to fix the leaks in my house. The rafters have been crumbling away ever since we had those rainfalls recently. Soon everything's gonna come down around my ears.
Hey, could you stop hammering?
Nah, I have to finish this.
Just quit hammering, okay?
Just try not to bug me too much, okay?
I'll give you 10 gold pieces if you stop that hammering.
Hey, that's very generous of you. But as to your gold, you can... Well, you know what you can do with it.
Stop that hammering or I'll break every bone in your body.
Forget it, or I'll knock some sense into your head with my hammer.
Hey. Hello? Are you feeling quite well?
Fine, just as long as I manage to get all this repaired in time.
That's not what my husband thinks. Not bad. And it's gonna get even worse. I don't believe that.
Perfect.
You don't say. That's an open
Altceva când are 40 viață.
Don't you try.
Opa.
Hey, you!
Okay, so you beat me. Some heroic deed that was.
Will you stop hammering now, or do I have to thrash you again?
No, don't hit me anymore. I'll stop. But if everything collapses around here, it'll be your fault.
Stai liniștit, n-o să dărâme absolut nimic.
Felon will hammer no longer.
Hear that? No more hammering. At last, I thought the fellow would never quit. You've done me a huge favor. You know what? I'll give you 30 gold pieces.
And how are the sheep?
The sheep eat and get fatter and fatter. Just like my wife.
E bine.
Everybody knows by now.
Un prieten, cam atât a fost cu episodul pe ziua de astăzi. Ne vedem și ne rozim data viitoare. Salut!